What's going on, guys? GSGO1092 here with a little bit of a different video. Um, as you can see from the title, I just beat The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time for the very first time. It's crazy, man. A lot of you guys are probably like, man, seriously? Um, now, here's what happened. I tried it. I played it really briefly on the N64 back in the day. I didn't own an N64. It's probably the only Nintendo console I've never owned. I think there might have been one other one, but I'm pretty sure I've owned like every other Nintendo console except the N64. But I played it on the N64 emulator for a little bit, and I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of creeping me out. So I kind of gave up on it, you know. I kind of found it really eerie and weird how they had all this like Islamic symbolism and stuff in it. I didn't like that at all, so it kind of turned me off from it. And then I tried playing it on the 3DS for a bit, but then I never got around to finishing it. I know they took all the controversial stuff out of the 3DS and GameCube versions, um, but yes, I never finished it. But then, as a lot of you guys know, I pre-ordered Majora's Mask for the 3DS as well as the Majora's Mask 3DS console, the new 3DS console, which I've never even played that one. So I'm like, considering it's a sequel to Ocarina of Time. I mean, obviously, it's not as far as the story goes, it's not a direct sequel, but obviously it's the same link, and it goes right after, follows the events at the end of Ocarina of Time. Of course, he's going to look for Navi and, you know, all of that. So I figured I gotta finish Ocarina of Time. If I'm gonna be picking up Majora's Mask 3DS, I gotta finish Ocarina of Time. So I didn't want to get the N64 emulator, but then to be honest, I had no idea there was a GameCube emulator. If I would have known that, I would have got it a long time ago because I miss playing Super Mario Sunshine and stuff, and I don't have my GameCube anymore, and it really sucks. But my buddy told me about the GameCube one, so I got the GameCube one, and then I got the GameCube version because both the GameCube version and the 3DS version are the only versions that have all of the controversial stuff out of it. A lot of you guys are probably like, "Wow, what do you care about?" It just bugged me, it bugged me personally. I didn't like it, so I got the GameCube version, and I'm like, this is solid. You know, it's like I said, all the controversial stuff is out of it, and all that. So I started working on it, and I think I've been at it for maybe the past 2 weeks ish, and I was going bit by bit. Of course, I've been distracted to other stuff. As if you follow my channel, like my Super Mario World Let's Plays, my Call of Duty DLC gameplay and stuff like that. But I finally beat it. Today I finally beat it. I was at I just finished the Shadow Temple last night, and I was going to go to the Spirit Temple today, but first through the desert and all that. I did that, and I just went for it all. I just finished it all. I started late morning, maybe like just before lunch, and been working on it off and on throughout the day. But yeah, I finally finished it, and so I guess I just wanted to very briefly try to cover my impressions of the game. First of all, the fact that it came out when it did is mind-blowing. It's just mind-blowing that this kind of caliber of game came out in that era, like in that in that time frame, when the N64 came out. Like, I can understand why everyone is freaking out over this game when it was released originally. It's very it's packed with content. There's a lot to this game. It's very deep compared to obviously like a link to the past. I think a link to the past is the one right before it, right? Because it went from Super NES and N64. So I mean, you go from like a link to the past to like Ocarina of Time, and it's just like it's crazy. Obviously, there were some aspects I didn't like about it. I despise the Shadow Temple. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hope they never put anything similar to the Shadow Temple ever, ever in any Zelda games ever. I hate it, man. I it took it. I was like, that's it. I'm gonna give up again because I don't like it. I don't like the Shadow Temple. But yeah, it's a great game. I wouldn't say it was one of my favorites. If I had the nostalgia kind of thing going on, because if I had played it on N64, then yeah, I'd probably also be like, yeah, it's my favorite. I think that's a big factor that plays into most people having it as their favorite. If it was made nowadays and it wasn't made back then, I don't think people would be as crazy for it. I mean, it's still an amazing game, so people would still, obviously go crazy about it. But I just don't think people would go as crazy because, I think it's more of like the nostalgia kind of effect, right? That makes people really go crazy about this game. Because it was a huge step up from like A Link to the Past or whatever, and then to Ocarina of Time, or so it was a massive step up. It was a massive change, transition. So, personally, I still say Twilight Princess is my favorite, and a lot of people are gonna probably comment and be like, "Man, what's wrong with you?" But Twilight Princess is still my favorite. I really like A Link Between Worlds on the 3DS. Also, that game is great. That was really that was an innovative game. I find it was really different. I don't know if I like the whole do whatever temples you want kind of thing. I kind of like having like like a path to follow in Zelda games, but to an extent, and then you have all your side quests that you can do on your own path. But yeah. So I mean, I'm really stoked to play Majora's Mask. Especially watching the end. Navi flies away, and it's just kind of like it kind of leads into Majora's Mask. So it comes out in about 10 days with new Nintendo 3DS. So I'm stoked for that. Unfortunately, I won't be able to stream it because I don't have a special 3DS. Maybe I can record some gameplay with kind of like an over-the-shoulder camera or something. I don't know. Maybe I could try to figure something out for some kind of content like that. But yeah, so Ocarina of Time, I really enjoyed it. Great game. Let's see. Man, if I had like if I had to rate it, give it a rating. I mean, I would give it at least like, man. If I say like a 9 or something, a lot of people are probably gonna like comment and be like, man, why would you say like a 10? Obviously I'm like not a professional review, like whatever game rater or whatever you want to call it, reviewer. But I would say a 9 just because I don't have the nostalgia kind of effect going on. Uh, yeah, yeah, I'd say like a 9 for me. If I played it on the N64 days, I'm sure I probably would have given it like a 9.5, maybe 10. Uh, but in my opinion, 9. If we're going by point fives, then 9. If we're going by every point, then maybe like a 9.3 or something. Uh, you know, it was a great game. Yeah, man, I enjoyed it. Again, there's some parts that really creep me out, and it's kind of dark, man. I don't know, like if I've watched a lot of gameplay from Majora's Mask. I don't see how Majora's Mask is darker than Ocarina of Time. I don't know. I mean, they're dark in their own ways, but I mean, like the Shadow Temple, man. No. The marketplace when you're adult Link in Ocarina of Time, man. That's just like with all the redads or whatever. That's just it's horrible. I don't like it. But anyways, yeah. So I don't want to drag this video on too long. I just want to give you guys my kind of like impressions, for someone who beat Ocarina of Time modern day. Not back in what was it like 2001 or something, 2000 or I don't know. Long time ago, man. Many years ago, over a decade ago. So I just want to give you guys my impressions, my thoughts. So if you guys haven't played it, man, you guys got to go play it, especially if you're planning to get Majora's Mask 3D. If you have a 3DS, got Ocarina of Time on there, or whatever. But it's a great game. So yeah, I'm kind of speechless still because when you finish a Zelda game, you're kind of speechless. You're like, wow, it's just like your journey's come to an end because I mean Zelda games are long, so that's why I'm kind of stuttering a lot. But yeah, great game. Go check it out if you guys haven't played it. So I guess I'll leave it at that. So Look forward to my unboxing of the Majora's Mask Edition 3DS XL, the new 3DS, as well as hopefully I'll be able to somehow record some kind of gameplay to an extent on the 3DS. Like I said, maybe over the shoulder camera or something. I don't know. But yeah, so that's it. Those are my thoughts on Ocarina of Time. I could go into every little detail, but I don't really need to. The music, just some of the most iconic Zelda music came from Ocarina of Time. Like Zelda's Lullaby or Song of Storms and all of that, all those great songs. So yeah, some great stuff. Go check it out. Yeah, I'm saying a lot, so I'm gonna close it off. Just trying to process the fact that I've finally beaten Ocarina of Time. So I finally beat it. I got Ocarina of Time under my belt. I can add it to my list of beaten Zelda games and just games generally. So, anyways, please subscribe, like, comment, share, and all that awesome stuff. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video and it wasn't too many ums for you. There's another one, but yeah. So I'll catch you guys next time. Again, please subscribe, like, comment, share, and all that awesome stuff. Make sure you do subscribe so you can catch my unboxing of the new Majora's Mask Nintendo 3DS when it comes out in 10 days. It's gonna be great. So I will catch you guys next time, and until then, game on!